Emotional damage.
What are you doing in my swamp?
I got you, homie.
Hey guys, how you doing? Yay, we're back. Now this is for everybody. I may have been shadow banned, so I'm going to cover a few things for everybody and where have I been and where have I not been and why am I not doing Sagittarius readings. I did get a comment by someone, Steve, I love your content, but you're not doing Sagittarius readings or Cancer readings and stuff like that. Okay, so hopefully this video may explain it to you. So I'm also experiencing a little bit of burnout because I've been doing a lot of work for a lot of years running a channel. Now, obviously, a lot of you guys have been avid followers of me, and I would love nothing more to just do my job that I love, okay, for you guys and give you your readings and those kind of things, right? I would love that. But all of a sudden, I noticed come 2023, there started to be a slow decline in my channel. They used to reach up to sometimes 10,000 views, and then it started to go to like 3,000, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now over the last few months, I know a lot of you may say, but that's because you don't do these star signs anymore. I was doing the star signs and I was losing subscribers and new people wasn't finding my content. So someone told me a long time ago and said about shadow banning, and I thought, well, that's just a myth. That's not really true. So this morning I actually looked on YouTube and I found this really nice guy. I don't know what his name was or his channel, but he was mentioning shadow banning and what to do in order to get out of a shadow ban. And to find out and to how to figure out if you have been shadow banned. So basically it was to do with going in your analytics of your channel, go back like say a couple of months and look at a certain reading and see if the actual readings itself or whatever it is that you do as a channel, how it was growing, but then how all of a sudden it just dropped and then stopped. So it kind of goes up like this, okay, and then it goes down like this and then just stops and flat lines at the bottom where you get one view every few months or none at all. So there's a problem there within the actual algorithm. So that explains, hopefully, well, probably hopefully not, but the good cure of all of this is that I actually contacted YouTube and they were really, really helpful. I think her name was Michelle. She may actually be on here. Hello, Michelle. If you did find the channel, I don't know. But I contacted YouTube and I had a nice chat with someone and they said that we really value as a person that has been using YouTube for a long time. And it seems very strange that you have 30,000 subscribers nearly. My dream is to get to 50,000 and get one of those plaques that says 50,000 subscribers. But like I thought, well, it's very strange that you have 30,000 subscribers, but nowadays you only seem to have like 200 to 300 views on a video. For instance, the other day I think I did Leo and Gemini, I think it was, and I used to get 3,000 to 4,000 views on those two, and also Capricorn, and they were my best viewing people, and I actually put those out and only still got like 200 to 300 or maybe 400 views on those things, and I'm like, well, this really isn't right. So you guys have been saying that I've been wanting to quit YouTube and had enough and trying to stop fighting the algorithm. But I thought, well, I'm not going to give up yet. I'm going to contact YouTube and I'm going to try and find out if there is a reason of why this is going on. And if it is, what do I need to do in order to stop that, right?
Oh no, here we go again. You guys have truly fucked up now.
Holy mother of God. Have you guys not hit that fucking like button yet? What's it going to take to get you guys to do me that one small gesture? A very fucking expensive animation? Just do yourself a favor and please just move your thumb just that one small micro inch.
Blood, goddamn, you so whack.
Because you need to be informed to know if you're actually doing something wrong. You know, to just stop something and not tell anybody is like, it's pretty much what we experience on this channel, right? When we're looking at our love relationships and we're being ghosted and something's happening and we don't even know why. Now, a lot of people in the spiritual community, they say that's because you're not thinking very positively about your channel. I don't believe in all of that, right? So anyway, regardless of, there is a problem with the algorithm that a lot of other channels may have been experiencing, right? And that is a drop off in interest. But if you look at other channels, they're thriving through interest. And then some channels, like a lot of you say, Steve, we've been following you for a very long time and I love it when you do all of these readings, and why don't you do that anymore? But what you have to realize is that when you do run a channel and it is your living and you spend day in and day out inside of a room or a studio, putting all of your effort and time into a business that is your life, you soon get lost in your business and your life. And when it starts to decline and money is involved, that is your main income, you start to think, well, I can't continue to do this because I need to live, so I can't make videos, right? So you're going to have that thought process no matter what, whether it be positive or negative. We cannot control the outcome of life. We have to go along with it, okay? But if there are certain circumstances of things that do cause problems, like a shadow ban or the reasons of why, is hopefully what we're going to get down to the gritty, the teeth and bones of it, is when I hopefully receive a message back from YouTube. Now, I was talking to this woman and she said, okay, I've done some research, but I can't quite find out. Is it okay if I send it over to the international team of YouTube to get them to check out why? Now, when this guy did that, he suddenly got a spike in interest back on his YouTube again when he'd contacted YouTube to ask them if there was a reason. And he got a spike in his interest again and it started to incline. So I thought, well, I'm going to do the same. Okay, so hopefully it might change things. Now, obviously, YouTube is one of the most competitive platforms that there is out there, and especially when you do tarot card readings, because what you are doing is that you are literally talking about people's lives, right? And you can get very angry yourself when you look at the energy and frustrated with people of why do you keep putting yourself through this? So it's more personal than what it is a gaming channel or a music channel or a vlogging channel, right? It's more personal because it's something that people watch that can get hurt by. You're talking about me when I'm not really talking about you. The population of people that watch tarot, it says in the analytics on my channel that there's 95% of people that watch YouTube on your channel are women and the other 5% are men, right? So when a person cross-watches a channel that does tarot and I'm saying this person's a lunatic, right? The cross-watcher suddenly gets annoyed thinking that I'm talking about the female that's watching it when it isn't. It's really the male that is not even on YouTube. Right? And then you get people with PTSD that start talking about witchcraft and gang stalking when tarot card readings are not. And I will say this while I'm on here. If you are a person that is of like, they're doing witchcraft, they're gang stalking me and I've been harassed by video cameras and whatnot, then I'm sorry, but you do not need tarot card readers. And I'm talking about myself and anybody else. Now, I don't want to deter anybody away from my channel because I'm building one, but I also will not add into the conspiracy of every other channel that like I'm for you guys, right? I want your general health and your well-being of your head to be in more contact, right? So if you're suffering through PTSD, trauma, paranoia, okay, and you're wondering if there's witchcraft and gang stalking, well, then you don't need to find that out because you already know it, right? So adding to keep watching multiple messages of the same, okay, that other people talk about witchcraft and gang stalking. Yeah, they do and they are. What are you trying to prove to anyone? Because no one, right? You're still trying to find an answer, are they? But you're already saying that you know. So I'm for the love of God, the best thing to do is not actually watch tarot at all. Like, you know, you need to at least have 5-6 months break from it. And this is if they're gang stalking me and cameras are watching me from across the road and there's shadow people in the trees and like, you know, because we're dealing with people's lives and their mind, right? And that they're doing witchcraft and they're, you know, slitting, you know, come on, right? Tarot isn't built for that. That isn't what it's for, right? It's about to find out a message and to be generally understanding that, okay, I'm going through some problems in my life. I need a tarot card reader to help me through my difficult relationship, right? Or I need to find a tarot reader that does singles because I'm single and I need to find out if there's anybody coming up that is single, right? Or I just really love the tarot card reader because I find it very interesting, but not I hate and I'm watching tarot because I'm really aggressive. That's because you need to stop watching tarot, okay? and all of the gang stalking, the witchcraft, right? Tarot isn't built around that. It isn't magical and mystery of witchcraft and all this sort of thing where people have evolved it into something that's actually doing you more harm than good. That's not our job. That is not my job. I'm not a person that will, I'm trying not to swear on this one like I normally do. But I will not feed you the dream. I will tell you to wake the F up, right? Wake up from the dream, okay? So if you, again, I will go into this very quickly. If you are paranoid, if you are not in the state of mind, right state of mind, if you are a very angry person, if someone is cheating on you in a relationship and things like this, and you are very salty and very angry and you are quick to judge, then no tarot card reader is built for you. The best thing for you is no tarot card readings at all. And that's even if my job does go, because I will have to move on to another job, right? So, all due respect to everybody, if you're very angry and everything else, then please do not watch tarot. Right? It's not good for your mind, right? Because it cannot predict. I'm not going to go into it anymore. So, because this video is about the shadow ban. So obviously a lot of you have noticed that I've dropped off a lot of my videos and said you're going to have to join Patreon in order to get them. Because I've come to that point where I do need to get money. Like, it's not a point where I'm now bluffing or lying. I was saying it for a while. If things don't soon change, I have to change my job. And I don't really want to because I want to do this, right? And I always will. But, you know, so that's the reason. Because I've been struggling with finances because YouTube's not paying me enough because no one's watching it and there's no views, right? So it's not getting any money, revenue coming my way. So the only revenue that I have is people that have joined Patreon. That's the only revenue that I basically get, right? It's really nothing because no one's watching them, right? No tea, no shade. But when it comes to an owner of a business, you think, well, what am I going to do then? Keep doing it for nothing and work myself into the ground where I've got no money to pay rent and bills and car and eat and food and everything else that everybody has to do, right? So I've been obviously racking my brains, and like I said, I've come up with a few conclusions of what it may be or what that I can do around another job as well. But I thought, well, why not contact YouTube first and look into this shadow ban? So that's what I've done. So I'm waiting to hear back from them to find out if there is anything that they can do of what it is that may be wrong with my channel. And it may just be that I'm a very small needle in a haystack waiting to get pricked. Right? YouTube is like that. It's like an algorithm, right? If you take a huge giant haystack and you take a handful of needles or pins and you drop them into a haystack, okay, you can spend your whole life like searching for the pin, right, to get pricked out of 1,000, right? So it's like that. The YouTube is a haystack of loads of pieces of hay, and there's just a handful of needles that are in that haystack, and you've got to find a niche to get in there and get pricked, right? If you get pricked, then you know that you found it, right? So that's pretty much what it's like. I'm just not getting pricked anymore. So, you know, we're going to have to see what they say. But if you guys have been really wondering and everything else, the way that you can help me get through this slum, like I said, is join Patreon, because your readings are there. And I am fully aware that everybody is suffering financially. I'm not silly. I do understand that. But like I said, if you are in a position to help out until I get this sorted out around the channel, okay, then I hope that you're a nice person. Think, you know what, I'm going to help out Steve and I'm going to join Patreon, and then I will have access to all 12 of my star signs until he gets something sorted out, right? Or join the join button below. So there are also, maybe this could be a good chance in order to explain what may come up in the future if something doesn't happen with the banning and the job. If I get a job, I may open up a new Patreon, not yet because I don't know, a new Patreon where you can pay whatever you want. Right. So you can just say, okay, well, I want all of your weeklies, all of your monthlies, all of the teaching videos, all of the meditation, all of the lives and everything that you do and everything. And I want it all in one package, and I want to be able to pay whatever I want. right? Whether it be $2 or $5 or 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 or 90 or 100. You pay what you want each month, be it small this month, large next month. Can't afford much, but at least I can get on there. Okay, the month after that, I really like Steve content. I got a bit of extra money this month. I'll up my tier, okay, up the money that I spend, because it'll only be one tier, okay, to like, I can afford to probably give him $10 or $20 this week, a month, or $40 this month. You pay. You decide what you want. You'll get all of the content, but you pay whatever you want and what you can afford each month. And if you don't, you want to drop off, at least when you come back, you could probably pay as little as $1. Right. So I am considering doing something like that, but obviously I don't want to go throwing all of my eggs in one basket and nobody join, and I do myself out of like where I'm going to be completely frantic with no job yet. So I've got to wait until I get the job first. If I do, then things may change, and that may be one of them. Let me know in the comment section, would you be more likely to join Patreon if you could choose how much you pay? Would you want to be one of those people? Because if I can get 87, I think at the moment over there now, it used to be 300. 300 patrons over since 2023, and now it's gone down to, I think it's 72 actually now, since I looked this morning, 72 patrons, right? So if I can get like, a good few people on there, it would probably need to be 3 or 4 times that amount, but to cover the cost, it doesn't matter. But y'all know what I mean, right? So I'm getting hot now. So I thought I would explain to everybody, but again, all links are provided below if you want a personal reading, if you want to join Patreon, or you want to join the join button, all of your readings are there. I am going to start doing Sagittarius and all of those kind of things that people are asking for at some point. It's just that things are slightly frantic at the moment where I'm trying to organize my life also with ADHD. So thank you very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. I hope you understand, and I'll see you soon.